people usually respond with anger and confusion when someone close to them betrays them. It's understandable. It really hurts when someone you thought you knew shows an entirely different part of their personality that you are not even aware of. But the big question here is, what happens when the one that betrays you is your anime waifu? And oh boy, the answers are not pretty. Ever since episode 12 of ReZero Season 2 aired, people have been debating like crazy about what just happened. From casual banter on Twitter to lengthy character analysis on the Church of Echidna subreddit. Yeah, you heard me right, that's a real subreddit. People were disappointed, others were angry and joined the Minerva cult, and others didn't give a fuck cause this shit is stupid anyway, and it was obvious from the start that she's hiding something and she was helping Subaru because of an ulterior motive. And just watch the world burn around them as normal, functioning members of society. If you're here, there's a big chance that you are part of one of these groups, and you want to know more about what the fuck just happened. Or you're just bored and like ReZero. Anyway, let's answer the most burning question on everyone's mind. Is Echidna evil?
何を企んでやがったんだ、エキドナ。
決まっているだろ？魔女なんだ。悪巧みだよ。
Well, that's it I guess. The class is over. See you next time. Honestly, what did you expect? I'm genuinely shocked by the fact that there are people that did not see this coming. The fact that she was planning something was one of the first things she said when she was first introduced.
僕はとても悪い魔法使いなんだぜ。
Haven't you seen the other witches? What made you think she's different? I mean, I know what, and that's the first point I want to address in today's discussion. I previously mentioned that anime is the perfect medium for justifying people's shitty personalities with some sort of superficial reason. And just to be clear, this happens in other mediums too, even in real life. No matter how bad or shitty a character is, as long as she or he is pretty, people will go to unimaginable lengths to defend them. This is what I call the moronic waifu syndrome. When people are so enthralled with a character that they just ignore every bad aspect about them, or worse, they don't even notice them just because the said character is waifu material. And that's exactly what happened with Echidna. People were so hooked by her design, her goofy and adorable personality, that they put her on a pedestal without trying to wait and see what the character is really about and to know her properly. When she first appeared in the anime, people were already declaring her best girl, even if she was there only for a few minutes. Actually, I take it back. I'm wrong, she is best girl. There is nothing wrong with people having biases towards their favorite waifus. I mean, I love my waifus too, even if they are horrible human beings. It's anime, these characters are not real, and you should be allowed to sim for anybody, even if they have a terrible personality. It's all fun, and that's how it's supposed to be. But what I saw in the last weeks on Twitter and Reddit regarding Echidna is a concerning level of obliviousness. People were really raging and being toxic about this, way more than it should be allowed. They were so into the cute waifu persona that they genuinely felt betrayed, like they were in the middle of a bad divorce. Now, is she truly an evil witch as she calls herself? Not really. I mean, it depends on what your definition of evil is. Like in real life, it's a very delicate subject that is up for debate in a lot of situations. If for you being evil means having malicious intent and to do something with the specific purpose to hurt and make others feel miserable, then no, she's not evil. If it's being obsessed over something to the degree of wanting to do everything in your powers to obtain the said thing, regardless of how your actions could affect the people around you, then yes, she's evil. But to me, that's more like being greedy. Got it? Greedy? Cause she's the... Never mind.
いや、君がどうしてもっていうなら、そういう契約を結んでも。
取り繕っても今更。
I'm not trying to say that she didn't do anything wrong, or that she's an outstanding person, cause she's not. But calling her pure evil is a little bit over the top. She's chaotic neutral, and I'm sure you saw this term thrown around a lot when it comes to Echidna. But it's true. In case you don't know what that means, let me explain. It's someone that it's not evil nor good, it's just someone that puts himself or herself and their own needs first and wants to achieve that in their own freedom. She's a very complex character indeed, but it's not that hard to figure her out. She needs to know everything in the world, and that's why she calls herself evil. Because for her, knowledge it's more important than anything, and she will do every bad or inexcusable thing that you can imagine to obtain it. If you think closely, it's a lot how we function as people in society, but in a way less extreme manner. We have our own set of values and moral compasses throughout we act upon to serve our own benefits. Just that for a witch in ReZero, that moral compass is very, very twisted. Another thing about her character is that she doesn't understand human emotions. She is literally a sociopath. Note that it does not mean that she doesn't have any emotions. I say this because I saw a lot of people making this confusion. She indeed has emotions, but she doesn't understand how others feel because she's the type of character that acts upon logic and efficiency, unlike Subaru, who is an impulsive mess. You can see this clearly when Satellite appears. In her case, it's just that her greed for knowledge is so strong that it makes everything irrelevant. Even in her interaction with Subaru, I do believe that there's more to it than just her interest in RBD, and she was genuinely sympathetic towards him when she helped him. And this gets me to my next point. The witches. It's easy to see a pattern with their personalities and the way they are acting. In my opinion, the witches are all tragic characters that are misunderstood. They are the perfect representation of the road to hell is paved with good intentions. They are branded as villains when they are no more than people that are well-intentioned but are slaves to an uncontrollable desire that twists their action into the opposite of what they are trying to achieve. Look at Minerva. She wants to heal people but causes calamity everywhere she goes. Daphne wanted to ensure that humanity will never run out of food, but instead creates monsters that inherit her gluttony and consume everything. So yeah, as you can see, the witches are all very complex and interesting characters, and I wouldn't necessarily call any of them truly evil. For me, this revelation only makes Echidna an even more interesting character that's more than the shallow wife version that she previously showed. Upon doing research for this video, I stumbled upon the Grid If web novel, which shows what would have happened if Subaru would have made a contract with Echidna. I want to mention that I didn't read it all, but oh boy, let's just say that he dodged a real bullet. If you're interested to find out more for yourself, go and check it out. If you enjoyed this class and want to see more classes about ReZero or other seasonal anime, as well as funny and informative anime-related content, I would highly suggest for you to subscribe and satisfy my thirst for subscribers. Thank you for watching and see you next time.